Hit record. Okay.
All right. Hello and welcome to Smiling Souls. This is Stephanie Keenan Ray and Wendy Tadiucci. How you doing today?
Hey. Oh my gosh. It's Friday. Yay, Friday. Looking forward to the weekend.
Yes.
It's going to be like 60 degrees today and 30 tomorrow.
Woo-hoo.
So that's why I'm celebrating Friday. It's warm. Next week is going to be like in the 50s. Spring is coming. The geese have started to come back. We had two herons in the yard a couple days ago. I'm like, you're a little early.
Little early.
But hi. So yeah. Oh.
Do you still have like 2 feet of snow, even though that the geese and the herons are coming?
No, it's almost melted away again.
Oh, good.
But we're supposed to get more snow over the weekend. So whatever. It's a never-ending process. The other really cool thing that I'm so excited about, I found on YouTube a 24-hour bird camera. I know. I'm such a bird nerd, so I'm very excited about this. I watch it, like I check in. Who's at the feeder? Anyhow. That's me. How about you, Steph?
Sorry, I love you so much. I really, really do. Actually, I'm a big dork. Back, I think it might have been, I don't even know when it was, but at some point I learned that the zoo, the Washington Zoo, the Washington D.C. Zoo, has like cameras on all of the animal sanctuaries.
Ooh.
And so like when might have been when the baby panda was being born, like they had a little keep an eye out, for the baby panda, and then once the baby panda was born, it's like, oh my god, you just like watch the baby panda at any hour of the day. And it's very cool to see some of the animals that you wouldn't think that you'd be excited about too, like like in the Amazon one, there was like, it's kind of interesting at like late at night to turn on and look at the Amazon River that is at the DC Zoo, and you're like, look at that horrible creature.
Well, maybe it's not soothing, but no,
it's still kind of cool. It's fun to watch the animals do their animal things.
Animals are neat. They just help our energy and our nervous systems, and they're just cool.
Yeah, like Gabriel, he just saw that whole thing, the little baby monkey, the monkey in China, that his mother abandoned him, and then they put him in a zoo, and all the other monkeys didn't want to play with him. So, and like one of the adult females like kind of beat him up a little. So they gave him a stuffed orangutan from IKEA. Now apparently the stuffed orangutans are flying off the shelves at IKEA now. But he's so cute because he drags it around and he cuddles it. And we were watching the story, and Gabriel was like, why would they hurt him? He's so cute. And I'm like, well, it's just kind of, it takes time. The animals have to warm up to him and accept him. And so right now he has an orangutan stuffed animal, and he cuddles her and him and whatever. And now apparently at this point they have started to accept the baby monkey, and they clean him and stuff. So he's getting groomed by others. He's not just grooming his stuffed animal, which is really cool. So that's my animal story for you.
Animals are cool.
They are cool. Yeah. It's a sunny, beautiful-ish day. It's going to be 40 today, so it feels balmy and wonderful in New England.
Yes.
Yeah, we're like, it's great. Yesterday I was driving with the windows down because it was like 40 degrees and sunny. It felt hot.
Yes, isn't it wonderful to do that? And Karly, where are you at in the world? Are you in cold climate?
Well, I'm supposed to be.
Yeah, she's in the Denver area.
I'm in Denver, and we have had I think we've only had 13 inches of snow the entire season.
Okay.
So it is like a tinderbox here. Extremely dry.
Oh, no.
And we have had a little bit of rain, but not anything help with anything.
Yeah.
And it's been anywhere between for the last 2 months, it's been freezing cold on a few days, but mostly between 40 and 70.
Yeah.
Oh, wow. So kind of like that's what we're experiencing here in Indiana, kind of the same in where Steph is at. We're where are you at? Massachusetts. Oh my gosh, Wendy. Well, if Steph and I could send you snow, we totally would.
Yeah.
Just saying.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and
I always find
speaking of animals, I have something crazy happened the other day. We need to talk about.
Okay, go ahead, share it.
Okay.
So I was actually on the phone with my doctor, like a telehealth call.
Yeah.
And all of a sudden, this massively loud noise starts coming through my window Wednesday night.
Okay.
And I was like, what on earth could that be? Like, I live near the Capitol. Like, I live in the city.
Yeah.
And I look outside while I'm on the phone with her, and I was like, oh my God, there's 100 black crows outside, hundreds of black crows outside. Oh, for the amount of time I've lived here, which is substantial, that has never happened before. And this week I've been on this incredibly transformational journey. Mm-hmm. And I look up the spiritual meaning of black.
Yes, I was going to ask if you looked it up. Okay.
And it is profound transformation, magic, and the link between life and the afterlife.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my God, chills.
All this week I have been mourning my old for those who don't know, because they haven't introduced me yet. But I was diagnosed with 5 things last year. Mm-hmm. And I've just been wanting to have my old body back. Well, I've been trying to accept it without grieving that it's not happening. Mm-hmm. So I spent this week, about 3 or 4 days, just really processing my feelings and feeling all the things. And Wednesday was largely transformational. And sure enough, they show up. I mean, it was so loud. I had to close the window and I could still hear them. My doctor could hear them on the phone.
Wow.
That is a sign.
That has never happened before. I mean, I've always seen them doing their circling above, but never in front of this building.
Yeah.
That's a sign.
That is a total sign.
If it ever was, I was like,
That's like an extra large murder of crows. I just love that they call a group of crows a murder.
Well,
right.
Yes, and Steph, didn't you have crows? Was it
crows follow me everywhere. I talked to the crows the other day when I was out shoveling. I was talking to the crow. Yeah. And we were just having a back and forth. It was very funny.
That's so interesting that you both have that in common. Okay.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
It's the magic part.
Yeah, exactly. Where was I saying? Oh, I was going to say, it's just so funny how, like, 40 degrees in the winter, you're like, oh, it's hot, I need to open the window. And then 40 degrees in the summer, you're like, oh my God, I'm dying.
Oh my gosh, it's so cool. We're so funny, us humans.
Yeah.
Right. Even 70 degrees in the summer is cold. And we're
you're
like,
cold.
It's 70 degures now? It shouldn't be. Brains are a funny thing.
They really are.
Brains are a funny thing. Yes. Yes, they are.
Exactly. Should we do our oracle cards?
Yes, let's do that. I went first last time, so you go, Steph.
Okay, I need to find it in the book because I didn't do that.
Oh.
It's okay. It's pretty fast.
You weren't ready. Sorry.
It's okay. I can cut.
Okay.
Here we go. All right, so I got the Isle of Women.
Oh. Yeah. Oh, yeah.
I'm very excited about this one.
Huh?
Women's Mysteries. In Irish mythology, Tirnabum, the Isle of Women, is an island which lies far across the Western Sea, sometimes called the land of the living. In its beautiful country of many colors, filled with music, flowers, trees, and birds. In the British tradition, Avalon too is an Isle of Women, whose inhabitants, epitomized by the character of Morgan Le Fay, are healers and scholars. The Isle of Women is a place in which women's mysteries are celebrated, a place which allows them to be explored in safety and sisterhood. It's hidden and protected land. Men come here uninvited at their peril. The women's mysteries, which are honored and explored here, include the blood mysteries of, I don't know what that first word is, menstruation, motherhood, and menopause. The creative mysteries which spark the blossoming of new life, art, and ideas. And the archetypal feminine in all its forms is also celebrated in the Isle of Women. It's a place where the lost or damaged feminine can be explored, reclaimed, and reimagined. It's a temenos, a sanctuary. It's protected from the outer world, and what's contained within it belong only to women. This card invites you to find a safe space and to rest a while as you explore the mysteries of the feminine. In this sacred and inviolable space, you can explore and the manifold ways in which those forces show up in your own life.
Wow.
Which is interesting because I keep being called to do some sort of like women's circles or something.
That's a sign. And also, it made me wonder, what was the island that Wonder Woman was from? What was that?
What was that?
I
I have to look it up.
As you're describing it, I'm like, isn't this her island?
I mean, basically, yeah,
that.
it's just a different culture. Yes, because she was an Amazonian. So,
Anyway,
I'm gonna Google it while you read your card.
okay, you Google it because I'm interested to know this. Okay, so my card I pulled from the Whispers of Aloha deck because I'm all about that today. Is build on your foundations, transform. There's that transform again, Karly. Transform through wisdom. As you journey through life, you constantly add to your knowledge base. You are learning and growing with every experience. Consider opportunities to further your wisdom and understanding. How you further your knowledge is up to you. You can learn on your own. Being a self-motivated learner expands your opportunities. Traditional or structured education may not be required. Yay. You might feel called to learn for the sake of learning. Furthering your education can be simple and have almost no cost. In some cases, it's free. You may already embrace learning as a lifelong endeavor. Learning often provides a chance to engage with others who share your interests. It can also give your life direction. You may wish to find a mentor or coach in your area of interest, or you might be the perfect candidate for mentoring others. Contemplate nurturing a skill that will help you to support others. This card indicates an opportunity to cultivate your mind. Learning will always bring you rewards. The lava in the image relates to the continual changes in life. These changes can be unexpected or directed. Reflect on how you have grown in your life and all you have learned and all you would like to accomplish. This is so on point. So I've got a birthday coming up next month in March, and I am leaning pretty heavily into birding. And I had no idea. Binoculars, scopes, things. So I'm going to get a birding scope so I can see the birdies up close. So I'm going to be an even bigger bird nerd than I already was. You're welcome.
You are hilarious. I love
I
it.
know. I'm a card.
Okay, so Wonder Woman lived on the island of Thymekira, which is also called Paradise Island, but it is the same concept. That
the mascara.
Huh?
The mascara.
The mascara, yeah.
Because it sounds like mascara.
Yeah, there we go. Okay.
That's how it's stuck in my brain. Okay.
It's spelt weird, though, because I guess it's supposed to have something to do with Greek mythology. So it's Themyscira. So my brain looked at it and was like, I have no idea how to say that.
I'm so glad you looked it up because that would have driven me nuts the entire interview.
But yeah, it's totally the same concept of a women only. The Amazonian women only can live there. Very cool.
Love it. Love it. And Karly, you pulled your own card. What deck did you use? Because it's kind of cool.
actually pulled two because one's just fun. So I pulled from Sacred Rebels Oracle.
Ooh.
I know, right? And then the Rebel deck. I think there's
nice.
a scene here. So the Rebel deck gave me ask a fucking expert. Don't rely on your friends or the internet. Listen to a damn professional.
That's just good advice.
That's very good advice.
And then the Rebel deck said, what you want wants you.
Yes.
Ooh.
Yeah. And I'll just give you a brief paragraph here.
Yeah.
Do you dare to believe that what you want is also wanting you? The genuine desire of your heart are the sacred purpose of the soul, swathed in pleasure. Yet if you have been shamed, judged for, made to feel guilty over, or denied your natural desire or pleasures in any way, you may have developed a very tricky and complicated relationship with the yearnings of your heart. We often learn to distrust our own desires and come to believe that they are something to be overcome or avoided. Many even try to want second best, disbelieving that we are worthy of our first choice, of what we really genuinely want and would fulfill us deeply. Perhaps we have conditioned ourselves to believe that getting what you want is for others, not us.
Wow. That's pretty dang
really
profound.
good.
Oh, and it's totally in alignment with the week I've had as well. So.
I was gonna say that tracks.
That does.
Gosh, chills. All right. Well,
Hey, quick question. When was the last time road traffic made you a better human? What if your time behind the wheel could actually make you calmer, kinder, and even happier?
ooh, great question. So, Connie Warden's book, Speeding to Compassion, Life Lessons and Humor to the High Road, turns road rage into road wisdom. She shares funny stories, relatable moments, and simple ways to stay calm, even when someone cuts you off for the third time before coffee. Because the real journey isn't your commute, it is your state of mind.
Find your calmer lane and grab a copy wherever books are sold. Also, you might want to check the show notes because Connie is offering a $5 coupon off of her book, as well as 2 free 30-minute online yoga classes. Just go to conniewarden.com to find the information.
Ooh, what a way to calm down. Do a little yoga and then get in your car.
Right?
I love
Absolutely.
Well, I get to now introduce Karly, our guest. So it's our honor to introduce Karly Stein to the Smiling Souls podcast today. Karly is a creative entrepreneur, artist, and advocate for hidden disabilities who believes resilience is built through honesty, community, and self-trust. Based in Colorado, she is the founder of multiple community-focused ventures that bring people together through creativity, support, and meaningful experiences. Karly's message is rooted in lived experience. After battling a serious and recurring life-threatening infection 6 times, she learned the power of self-advocacy, vulnerability, and releasing what cannot be controlled. Rather than hiding her struggles, Karly openly shares her story to remind others they are not broken, behind, or doing life wrong. Mm-hmm. Through relatable storytelling and thoughtful reflection, Karly encourages listeners to challenge limiting beliefs, lean on community, and continue forward with compassion and grace, even when life doesn't go as planned. So welcome to Smiling Souls, Karly.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Gosh, there's so much there in that. And where do I even begin? Can you tell us about your message, right? Who you are, the essence of who you are, being rooted in lived experience, and rather than hiding your struggles, you share your story. So can you share what you're willing to share with our listeners and viewers?
Yep. I believe new studies have shown that authenticity is the highest vibration. So I truly believe that sharing my experiences of what I've been through in life, which is a lot.
Yes, it is.
If it inspires one person, that's amazing.
Yeah.
If it helps one person, take what they're dealing with and think it's not that bad, I can handle this, great.
Okay.
Because I have I've looked death in the eyes more than 6 times.
Wow.
I'm going to tear up saying that. Sorry, I'm looking away so I can hear what's trying to come through me.
Yeah.
But it's pretty profound when you go through so much in such a short amount of time. Like what you learn and what you don't learn, and how much more self-aware you become. So I will get honest. I survived C. diff 6 times.
Wow.
Oh, wow.
For those who don't know, C. diff is a deadly infection in the colon.
Wow.
Yeah.
The last time I've had 2 fecal transplants.
Oh, wow.
The first one did not work. But it was done through a study. So it was iffy if it would or not, right? But the second one did work, and I can officially say I celebrated 3 years of no C. diff in January.
Oh, wonderful. Yes.
But it's just kind of, the things I learned on that journey were pretty remarkable. So a lot of what happens to us is a creation of our beliefs. I learned in that recovery period, which was horrific, after the transplant, that I hadn't quite come to terms with why I got to that place to begin with. And I realized I had created a belief system that my family was better off without me, that I was a burden on them. Some other things came up that were said to me as a child that were still involved in that, which therefore created a situation where my place that's supposed to nurture me and my body was killing me. And it's not any of their faults. It's me who internalized what I was told. So, hugely profound.
Yes, indeed.
And then since then, I got to have about, the recovery from the transplant was about 6 months, and it was not. But for those of you who don't know, someone else's poop saved my life. And, essentially, when you have a fecal transplant, they use a healthy body's bacteria and put it in your colon to help it recolonize, because my body could no longer do that.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
And so it was about July 1st of that year. I was so pissed off with my life. I wasn't making money. I was feeling horrible all the time. And I basically said, I can't fucking live like this anymore. And boy, did I say it loud, and boy, did the universe hear it. Like, it was...
Right.
Like, I drew the energetic line in the universe, so to speak.
Yep.
And all of a sudden, people started coming out of the woodworks to help me release the trauma from those years of being sick.
Oh my gosh.
I then pivoted one of my businesses, and therefore started Senior Living Markets, which is a company I own.
Right.
And it was like the most magnificent, beautiful thing. I asked a friend and said, hey, can you send out some emails on my behalf? Maybe this is the pivot.
Sure.
She sent out 20, and I booked 15 events in the following 2 months.
That's amazing.
Yeah. And this is now we start in a couple weeks, our official 3rd year of business.
That's so
Congratulations.
Yeah, it's pretty profound. And then I also at that time started to start a weight release journey.
Okay.
I was nearing 300 pounds. And the reason being that I had developed a food addiction, because when I was sick, they told me, eat what makes you feel comfortable.
Okay.
Well, that just turned your whole mindset into eat for comfort.
Right. Comfort food.
And the things that were making it non-painful were the things that are easy to digest, which is mostly carbs. Carbs and meat, right? So yeah, that was a whole thing. And so then it turned out, about 20 months ago from now, I got COVID.
Oh no.
So about, I don't know, a year into this process, boom, I go to Vegas for a friend's wedding, have fun, go see my dad, come home. I wake up on July 13th, sick as a dog.
Oh no.
And funny, I just thought it was a cold. It didn't really feel like much. Turns out it was COVID. And it changed my life forever.
Oh my gosh. How so?
Yes. I was fine. And then a couple weeks later, all of a sudden, I'm doing an event and I can't get people's names right. I can't. Their names aren't coming up in my head. Sure. There's things I'm trying to say that can't come out. And I was like, oh, this is not right. I reached out to my doctor and she said, it sounds like you have long COVID.
Oh, no.
And boy, did that take me on the journey I'm currently on. So and let me tell you, this was the time where I was just getting back on my feet from everything else that happened.
Yeah.
And I spent the month of August, so that year, every morning I wake up and I couldn't remember what to do with myself. It was like I was on the movie 50 First Dates, but the business version of it. Like I know the night before what I needed to do, and I wake up that morning and have no recollection of it.
Wow.
Yeah, it was scary. That improved a little.
Okay.
I had to wait 8 months for a neuropsych evaluation. And I'll get to that a little bit in a little bit. So so that happened in August. September 6th, I'm walking home from my local restaurant, and all of a sudden I can't put any weight on my foot.
Oh, no.
Yeah, it was the wildest thing. Turns out I had developed tendonitis in my left foot.
Oh,
no. So there was that. And then in October, I started having GI issues again.
Oh, no.
Yeah. It took, so we're going on, I have a colonoscopy. They say it's fine. They're testing me for the things. Nothing's coming up. And I'm like, okay, but I'm still having problems. Can we still figure this out, right? And unfortunately, the medical situation we have in this country now has become a place where you basically have to be your own detective and tell them what you think might be wrong, and then they assign you to put you on to refer you to a specialist to help figure it out.
Right.
So I was like, maybe it's MCAS, maybe it's this, maybe it's that. Well, turns out it was a lot of things. ended up being diagnosed with POTS, postural orthostatic tachycardia syndrome.
So your heart.
It's actually an autonomic system. So yes, it affects the heart, but it's a nervous system disorder.
Yeah.
I see.
And the blood pools like at your feet, and the heart has a harder time pushing it through. Like, so if I stand up too quickly, I'll get lightheaded and have the potential to faint. If I'm dehydrated or don't eat, same things. I was also diagnosed with hypermobility Ehlers-Danlos syndrome. And that affects everything. So that's a connective tissue disorder for those who don't know. Okay. And then, and we figured that out because I don't know if you can see under this eye, it's a little darker. I fainted around, not this past New Year's, but the previous one. Turns out I had norovirus. And I had gotten up to go back from the bathroom to go back to bed, and I couldn't walk. And I was standing there, holding on. I live in an old building, so the door frames are kind of robust. And so I was holding on to that, and I start doing the circular motion. Oh no. And all of a sudden my knees buckle and my head went straight into that door frame. But because I've had the bruise for so long, that was a sign that I had Ehlers-Danlos, hypermobility Ehlers-Danlos syndrome.
Okay.
Yeah, isn't that wild? Our bodies will tell us the craziest things. Yeah. So that happened, and then we finally figured out the gut issues, and that was small intestinal bacterial overgrowth from long COVID.
That did change your life. Wow.
Yeah. So all three of these things are a result of long COVID. Two of them are very common for people with ADHD like myself, and they could have been more dormant in my body, and long COVID exacerbated it.
Oh, so may I ask, what are the two that are most common in those with ADHD?
POTS and Ehlers-Danlos, and there's also MCAS, which they ruled out for me.
My goodness.
And then I was told, so after I did the neuropsych testing, they learned that the medication I was on for my weight release journey had weakened and slowed down the processing in my brain.
Girl.
And therefore, we got off that immediately, and then I had to go into the SIBO diet. So I was still on this weight release journey, just in a different way. But it's been quite profound. And then we added perimenopause on top.
Well, that's a big cherry on top, isn't it?
I said to someone, one of my really good friends the other day, and I was like, oh my gosh, all these things and hot flashes at the same time are cruel and unusual punishment from life.
It's just not fair. Girl. Okay. So you talk about in the form that you filled out, you've had to go through many mindset shifts over these last few years. What type of mindset shifts? Like, can you talk a little bit about that?
Oh, yeah. So one of the mantras when I was sick I always used was the universe, or two of them. Make art, trust God. And when I say God, I use the universe and God,
right,
source. Yep. They all have the same meaning to me. Sure. But it was, I really had to, in order to trust that everything was going to work out and I was going to not be homeless because of this, and I was going to be able to make ends meet, I had to really turn up my level of faith in myself and in, other powers strongly.
Right.
And then my other mantra is people who show up, or the universe rewards people who show up.
I mean, and just going back to what you said in the beginning, like there was a point where you were like, you shouted to the universe, like, that's enough. And that's when the people showed up and the things that you needed.
Mm-hmm.
Like that is the best example of calling in the universe, calling in God when you really don't know. That's what you're actually doing. And what happens as a result.
Yeah. I was so sick of being sick. I was so sick of not having the energy to do things. And it was rough. I was also diagnosed with narcissistic abuse syndrome in that time as well.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Karly.
So, I like to talk about it because I don't think people fully understand. I think people see, what they see on the internet, what they think, and don't know about what is really going on. Because when it comes to social media, people only tell you what they want to tell you. Mm-hmm. Like my brother said to me this morning that I post too much online, and I'm like, big eye roll, thank you very much. And but also, I mean, no, really what you're saying is I don't feel comfortable with you being seen.
Yeah.
I don't feel comfortable with you, being authentic and emotional. Mm-hmm. You should hide under the same rock I hide under. Mm-hmm. Right?
Mm.
It's a projection.
Like it sounds like it. And the reason that you're being vulnerable and honest is so that others that might be experiencing something similar can go, oh, mm-hmm. I'm
not alone.
Yes.
Exactly.
That's powerful.
So this week, I went to the Neurodiversity Expo. Mm-hmm. Colorado's really awesome in what we have in terms of inclusivity. Nice. A woman, most of the people there are therapists or work in some kind of therapy compassion or some place. And a woman just said to me, how do you feel about everything you've gone through? And I went, right. My eyes welled up, and suddenly the emotions were all there, and I hadn't even become aware that they were hiding in me.
Yeah.
Yeah. I was like, oh my God, I'm going to start bawling in the middle of all this. So she gave me a big hug, which brought the tears back down to Bay. And it dawned on me what a gift that was.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Like, where do we think things happen to us where it's meant to harm or things when really it's a gift to open you up to a new thought, a new possibility. And I was like, whoa, I have been trying to accept this new way of life, this new experience, this new body I have been granted with. And I never spent any time grieving the old.
Mm-hmm.
That's powerful.
Right. And you can't, you can't do one without the other. So I was facing all this resistance because I was trying to, fit a round, peg into a square hole.
Yep.
So in this week of massive transformation I've had, it's funny that we scheduled this at this time because it was obviously divine.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, there are no mistakes in the divine. This was, and it once I got it all, I had a good cry with my therapist on Wednesday, and it was, he's not used to, my friend calls me Harry Potter because I can come to awareness so quickly. And he's not quite used to it. He's like, let's be in this feeling. And I'm like, why? I'm already aware of it. I processed it. I'm good, guy.
But I mean, for most healing, it's just the awareness needs to come to the surface, right? And then depending on what it is, you may have to do some work around it. But sometimes it's like, oh, I just need to become aware of that to let it go.
Karly, this reminds me your story. You're so right. That awareness, that aha, that brings such release and such, oh, okay, great. Now I don't have to continue to be this person. So long story short, one of my clients was just beating herself up for not being able to do XYZ, PDQ, you name it. And I said, it seems like you're trying to be the version of yourself that you were 20 years ago instead of the version of yourself you are now. Have you considered that? And I just let it drop. And I could see her, and she went, you're right. And that, just like you experienced, that was the beginning of the rest of the story and how she changed how she thinks and is kind to herself in the person that she is now, in the body that she is now. So, dang, girl.
And similar, I was, because I was at this point where I was just trying to get back on my feet and then get slammed with this other stuff, I'd been trying, I wanted that back.
Of course, yeah.
I wanted that multi-figure month I had. I wanted that. I wanted the trajectory I was going on back.
Of course.
And coming to terms with the fact that it was not coming back ever was really hard to process, but I'm doing it. So now I'm on this new adventure where I get to learn how to do that with my new stuff. So I'm become more aware of things like I can ask for help. There's help available to me for things that I didn't realize there was.
Wow. Can you give us an example?
Yeah. So, like I said, the state of Colorado is pretty awesome in terms of disability services. Of course, everywhere there's always places. There's always room for improvement. But I can actually get waivers for someone to come in and help with house cleaning that I can't do anymore. If I do a day of house cleaning, I can't function for the following 2 days. Because with pods and house cleaning, you're picking up stuff, moving up and down, doing all the things, and my heart rate is on a roller coaster the whole time.
Yes.
I was explaining to someone, I think it was my dad last night, I was like, showering is now an event. It's not just something easy. Where it used to be. Because now my body's so sensitive to the temperatures and the heat and, having to pick up bottles and do the things and do the things. So it's a whole event. It's not just let me get in the shower 10 minutes like I used to be able to. And I also realized this week that when my brain started to become impacted, I stopped making art.
Oh, really?
Yeah. I realized that because it was so hard for me to process things to begin with, I lost the connection. And then at some point, art became my job and not something for me. And therefore, I wasn't connecting with the pieces. Like, I've made commissions and they're turning out not the way I want them and horrible. I mean, other people might not think they are, but for me, it's not the piece that I'm happy to present to a client, right? Because I was no longer I was no longer coming through the art. I was trying to embody what they wanted.
Steph is picking up what you're putting down.
Yeah. And then, so I came up with a game plan with my therapist and I said, okay, let's get back to making art for me. Let's use all these emotions that are coming up and express them through the art. And then I can get back to making commissions where I come through them instead of me doing them for someone else.
Wow.
Yeah. I mean, that was profound. I'm like, I'm making jewelry because that's easy, but it doesn't require a lot of me into it, where a whole large scale painting does.
Yeah.
And you made the necklace you're wearing, right?
I did. And then I have a bunch on the wall over there too.
That is amazing. You're so talented.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
So what is your favorite style of art that you like to create? Like what's jazzing you up right now?
So I love paint pouring is my thing. I think actually I have a little
What? Paint pouring. I don't know these things. Steph does.
a little one right here.
Oh my God.
So paint pouring is also known as fluid art or flow art, but essentially in its most basic form, you put paint with an additive in a cup and then pour that on a canvas and then just see what happens.
Yep.
It's a very intuitive process. It's a process made in trust and color theory. It's probably a good way to put it. And actually I have a painting across the room right now I like to tell people about, because people who don't know me well don't know exactly how intuitive and psychic I am. Yeah. So there is a painting I made, and this is when I was first starting out in 2020. And I just had this thought in my head to make a painting that looked fiery, lava-y. And I did it. And I can't go get it right now because it's too far away. But the next morning I wake up and I read online that at the same time I made that painting, a volcano was exploding in Hawaii.
Wow.
Oh, dang. That is, and remember the card I pulled, lava. There's lava in it. And the divine makes no mistakes.
So a part of me was lost in that because of all the things that were going on through my brain.
Yeah.
Wow.
And I'm happy that it's now coming back. So what I'm really jazzed about now is I found textured art.
Ooh, yeah.
So I've been using it's like a plaster soaked fiber, and you put it on canvases, and then it gives it a texture. So I did it a few months ago. And I was like, oh, that doesn't look like fabric. That looks like crumpled up piece of paper. And so my grandmother from my dad's side speaks to me in song lyrics. And I kept hearing that day, and I'm a huge Swiftie. I'm a crumpled up piece of paper lying here because I remember it all too well.
Oh, dang.
I know, right?
Chills.
And I went, oh my God, that's exactly how I feel right now.
That's beautiful.
So currently sitting on my art studio table is a large canvas, and there are crumpled up pieces of paper on it right now. And then we'll see what shows up in the middle.
That's awesome. I love that. I love that inspiration.
Am I making you feel all the feels, Wendy?
Yeah,
you are. You're making her cry. That's a good thing. Emotional.
I did put waterproof.
That's fantastic. I love that you've gone through that journey of rediscovering how to tap into the art, because unfortunately so many people would just give up on it and just say, I can't get there anymore, or So it's pretty cool that you went there. And now you are starting your own community, right?
Tell us
Yeah,
about.
so after all that, this brilliant idea came to me, and it was also due to a phone call earlier this week where someone was like, "Hey, Karly, I'm starting this group and I want to bring in some kind of therapeutic art. What can you do online and what can you do in person?" And I was like, "Online, you say? I've never quite considered that." Oh my gosh. So I, after like that big breakthrough I had on Wednesday, it all showed up for me. And I was like, oh my gosh, this makes all the sense it's needed to make ever in my life. What the hell? And I was like, okay, it brings in this, and it'll even help me on my healing journey with this art thing. So yes. So I am launching the Create Outside the Lines Club.
Nice.
And we will start in April. And essentially it'll be a place where there'll be some guided, what I like to call my intuitive art painting experience will now become my intuitive art experience. And people can come and use crayons, markers, color pencils, whatever they choose. But really, I'll be holding the space for them to. So the goal of that is to create something without, guided by source, without judgment. And we'll probably do that twice a month. And then I'm also going to be incorporating just like co-creation spaces. So where, you know, if, and this is geared, so I'm also in, this is my year-long launch of a new business, so to speak, called Here for Dopamine. So this will fall under that. And that is a place, it's actually, originally the whole idea was that I was going to consult service-based individuals, service-based businesses on how to better understand people with ADHD and autism. But now something else is blossoming that helps people with ADHD and autism too. So I am, I guess, now combining those two things in under this business. And so essentially providing a space for if someone's like, I got to make something, I want to make something, but doesn't think to do it, this gives someone the space to open themselves up to what creativity they need to do, whether it's for self-care, self-love, or just like, I have all this energy and I need to get it out onto something. We'll just provide the space for it. So, and so far that is my new creation this week. And I was like, oh my gosh, it just fits. It fits into the art. It fits into the teaching. It fits into, so my other business, as I think I mentioned earlier, is Senior Living Markets, excuse me. And we provide vendor events at senior living communities. So if someone wanted to come up and be like, I need to get inventory made. Well, here's the space to do it. So like, I don't know, this combines all the things I do into one. And I'm like, there it is.
Karly, this came to me last night and I didn't know why it came to me. This is why. You know, the scales, right? Your scales have been like this, right? And it's just the law of nature, the universe, that the scales have to eventually tip the opposite way. And I feel like this is your moment. The scales are finally tipping in your favor. So just like, go you, girl.
Thanks. Yeah. I mean, this, like, I was like, oh my God, it puts all the pieces together in a way that I can say it. And yeah.
I love that. That's fantastic. Right? Oh, that's so great. I love that you've gone through this insane journey, but that you continue to have the positive outlook and that you, I mean, Jesus, basically 3 businesses. It's so cool. You're doing a great job. And, I'm so glad that we got to meet you. And, well, I knew you already, but, we got to get to know you more. And we got to have you here to hopefully inspire others, because I think your story, like you were saying, that's what it's all about, is being here to share your story and helping others know that they're not alone, and that there is light at the end of the tunnel, right? If you just keep going and find your way. So
yeah. I mean, and self-advocacy is huge key, as well as leaning on your community.
Mm-hmm.
And I found myself leaning on a community we are all involved in very much, and as my way of giving back, I referred 20 members to the organization. So, and then here I am having to lean on them again. So I always like to tell people, lean on your community and give back when you can, because you'll never know when you need them.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's great advice.
Yeah.
I feel like, because I was going to ask you, like, what profound thing can you share with our audience? I think that was it.
Yeah,
Your community.
exactly. I love that. All right. Well, thank you so much for being here with us. And we will see you next time.
All right.
Be sure to like and subscribe.
Thank you.